I'm used to the all rise, but everyone's already standing, so we didn't do that. I'm Steve Gonzalez from your Washington State Supreme Court. We have a number of dignitaries with us, and I've been given a list, so let me read that. If we miss you, Dow's going to pick that up after I'm done.
I'll be responsible, yes.
The Honorable Kimberly Allen, City Council Member, City of Redmond. Jane Haig, Council Member, King County. Judge Corinna Harn, King County. John Marchioni, Mayor, City of Redmond. Joe McDermott, Council Member, King County. Ed Murray, Mayor of some city nearby. Retired Representative Phyllis Gutierrez-Kenny, I believe, had another meeting she had to run to. Sheriff John Urquhart, King County. Secretary Lynn Peterson, WSDOT. And she's not on the list, but my wife, Michelle Gonzalez, Dean at UW Law School. So it's great to be at Fair Start, responsible for so many good things here in our community. And I'm very glad that Dow asked me to administer the oath. I had the privilege of working with him in my last job as a King County Superior Court, and the privilege of working with his staff, for whom I have great respect. We recognize, I hope, both of us, the need to build coalitions and find solutions. Without further ado, let me invite Dow Constantine to the stage for the administration of the oath. Please raise your right hand, repeat after me. I, Dow Constantine,
I, Dow Constantine,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution and laws
and the Constitution and laws
of the State of Washington,
of the State of Washington,
and that I will fairly discharge
and that I will fairly discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of King County Executive
of King County Executive
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you all for being here this evening. It is a real privilege to have you join me here at Fair Start, an organization that does such great work in our community, as I take the oath of office for my second term as King County Executive. I wanted to take a moment to thank some folks who are in the room before I get into some very brief remarks. In addition to all the elected officials who were mentioned, and former Representative Dennis Braddock and former Senator Janice Nemi are here as well. Thank you for being here. The Garfield High School Jazz Combo, thank you for your great work here. I can't actually see that far, so whatever elected officials are getting pointed at, thank you for being here. Oh, Justice Bridge is here. Thank you so much for being here today. No wonder I couldn't see you. I also wanted to thank a couple of folks. I don't know if they're still here tonight, but last year, one of the real highlights of my first term was being able to sign the very first marriage licenses for same-sex couples. And if you look up here in the balcony, you will see the very first couple to receive a license, Jane Leidy and Petey Peterson. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. wonderful staff at King County, all of you elected officials, and there's one other person I'd like to introduce, my wife, Shirley Carlson, right here. I know what you're saying. You never thought you'd hear it, but there you go. You can say you were here to hear it. So thank you all for being here tonight. Many of you were at my first swearing in 4 years ago. And 4 years ago, King County was facing a real crisis. We had really been faced with years and years of intractable financial challenges, and then they were dramatically compounded by the recession that started just before I took office. And at that point, we had a choice. We could choose either to just manage our way through, to hunker down, to muddle through, and to return to business as usual when the economy recovered. Or we could decide to reform King County, to make this a performance-based, sustainable, accountable enterprise. And that is what we chose to do. We chose that even though it clearly was the more difficult path, but it has also been the most rewarding. Tonight, I want to take just a moment to acknowledge our success, the success of the staff here, the success of all who have supported us. We, first of all, have put King County back on sound financial footing, and I am very proud of that. And even during those challenging financial times, we were able to follow through on our promise to invest in our infrastructure. The physical infrastructure, yes, but also in our land and in our people. We formed partnerships, and this was something that the county hadn't always done in the past, to do those things that we're no longer able to do acting alone. And in forming partnerships, we succeeded, and many of the elected officials here are part of that success. When I say we succeeded, you don't have to take my word for it. Many have recognized, but we turned to the ultimate authority, the people of King County, last November, and they overwhelmingly endorsed the path that we have chosen, and I want to thank them for their vote of support. So, tonight, I just want to take a look at what it is that we can accomplish in this second term, and I want to do so very quickly. When our descendants look back on our time here, what will they say about what we did or didn't do, about the most pressing issues before us, about the grotesque inequality in means and opportunity in our society, and about the climate change that threatens the very future of our planet? Well, on the first, we can and we must do better here in King County. I think we have the ability to do so. This needs to be a place where people who study hard and work hard have an opportunity to succeed. The challenge right now is there are so many in our community, people of color, new immigrants, people born into poverty, who are not able to take advantage of the opportunity that is all around us here in one of the wealthiest parts of this country. It's not just an issue of fairness. It's not just about altruism, though there is a place for that. This is an issue of utility. We are only competitive on the global stage when every one of us is able to contribute. And we all benefit here in King County when we have a just and equitable society. The people in this room and the people we work with in this community every day have, I think, the will to make this happen. As for climate change, we can see its impact right here in King County. To the west, Puget Sound is rising every year. To the east, the snowpack is diminishing. Our glaciers are receding. We cannot wait for congressional action or for international consensus. The solutions are going to come locally. We have to address this most global issue here at the local level. Now, I am not going to announce the establishment of a Department of Climate Change. As I'm doing with equity and social justice, I'm going to integrate our climate work into everything we do every day. We will press ahead on climate-friendly policies, on energy efficiency, and on green building, on land use, and on transportation, even when it's difficult. We will foster a region of great minds where we can be the proving ground for the ideas that can deliver the world. Taking on these kinds of intractable challenges, climate change and social inequity, might seem a fool's errand. But if we set our sights lower, we're doing ourselves a disservice. We're doing a disservice to the people who elected me. We're doing a disservice to those who will come after us. I believe that in this region, we have the capacity, we have the will, and we have the great minds to take on these challenges and to be able to win. The past 4 years showed that when we work together, we can accomplish great things. King County is on much stronger footing today because we did the hard things, the things that were not the most obvious, the things that didn't always get the publicity, but the things that will make a difference in the long run. And if you think I'm going to turn away from that now, you're very mistaken. I and my staff are committed to continuing to lay the foundation for future prosperity in our region and a better world for everyone. I want to thank Justice Gonzalez for your service and for swearing me in tonight. Thank you, Justice Gonzalez. I want to thank Fair Start for the great work that they do every day, helping people who've fallen through the cracks to do exactly what we preach, which is to get the skills and to be able to get on that first rung of the economic ladder and stand on their own 2 feet. It is a wonderful model to follow. And I want to thank all of you, because you are the ones who have made this possible. And with your support, we're going to continue to succeed. Enjoy the food, enjoy the wine if you can get to the bar, and thank you so much for being here tonight.